Hi everybody, Todd Martin here with another practical success principle. Today's topic is how to manage time with business and family. Tips on how to effectively create more time. Number one, the principle of time blocking. And if you don't know what time blocking is simply where you take 2, 3, 4 hours or 1 hour, whatever it takes, and schedule that right into your calendar and your daily schedule, and you have reserved that time to work on a project or a task, just like having a meeting. It's a meeting with yourself. So it's important with regards to time blocking to start out by time blocking out those personal activities that you want to make sure that are in your schedule every week. Maybe that's eating with your family to sit down dinner at night, or doing activities on Sunday, church or Friday night activities, weekend activities, whatever it might be. Time block those things right into your schedule first, so you make sure that those things are a priority. Secondly, you want to time block your business hours and then your business projects within that. And I'd recommend between 15 and 25 hours a week of business projects where you're working on your business. Go ahead and put those in the schedule and just be religious to make those commitments to yourself, make those appointments with yourself so you can work on those and get those done and move your business or your profession along. Secondly is scheduling. So we're time blocking and we need to make sure we're getting in those things into your schedule. I try to do that on Sundays before the week, sit down and review all the important big things, the big rocks, so to speak, the projects, etc., appointments that I want to get done and taken care of in the coming week. I'll sit down and put that into my schedule first, so I know those things are there, and then I can start filling around that with the other daily activities and getting back to people, emails and stuff like that. So I put those in first, try to do that on Sunday, and then each day in the evening, just 5 minutes to review the day. How did it go? What did I get done? What did I not get done? What could I do better? What do I need to move in, the next day, or rearrange in my schedule? What do I need to put in a time block the following day because I didn't get it done the day before, etc. And then in that morning, review my schedule again so I can orient myself to the day, so I already know where I'm going. I'm not just kind of waiting for my day to happen. And then do not overschedule and clutter your schedule. There's a tendency to pretty soon the items that you didn't get done to schedule to the next day, and now you're overwhelmed and your schedule gets cluttered, like your desk or your office. And when it's cluttered like that, you just don't get anything done or don't have much productivity of getting what's done you're trying to get done. Third, to be super productive, we got to make sure you're super productive during those time blocks. So that's critical. It's to effectively creating more time is to create super productivity time. So number one, during those time blocks, you want to be distraction free. Your phone's not there, your email, you might even go to a different place. You go to a coffee shop, you go to the not the living room. I go to the living room. I go to the kitchen sometimes just to get out of the office in a different space where I'm not distracted by the computer and things that are going on, so I can be focused on the task and the project at hand. Simplify your world. Again, if you got too many things going on around you, you're distracted by that. So whether it's picking up and going someplace else where it's a simpler situation, whatever you have to do to simplify your world. Sometimes on bigger projects, you might need to just schedule a day away and go to a hotel or go to someplace completely different where you don't have any of your normal work distractions around you. And then clarify your focus. So when you're there doing that project, write it down or make it very clear to yourself of what you're there to do and what you're there to accomplish. And when things or your mind starts taking you off track from that and you got other good ideas, make a quick note and get right back on track to what you're focused on. And then number 4, some work at home concerns. Because that presents a whole nother set of challenges and distractions. So number 1, many distractions are at the house. People show up the front door, they call on the home telephone. You got people in and out. Your spouse or kids might want you to do things or hey, since you're home, you can go pick up this or do this or get this and etc. And by the end of the day, you found that you didn't get a whole lot done. So it's important to really work on reducing the distractions. Share your schedule with your family so that they know, hey, I've got these time block from this time to this time of day, but you're scheduled in here at this time, and so that's my family time. Help me be productive during this time so I can have time for our evening dinner or our evening activity. So make sure you get the family to buy in on that schedule so they're not asking you to do a bunch of things during your scheduled time blocks and when you're working on your business. And then be disciplined. Sometimes we're our own worst enemy. And because we're working at home and we don't have a boss that's telling us we need to be at a certain place at a certain time, sometimes it's difficult to get started in the morning or stick to our own schedule. So it's critical to have reminders or whatever you need, timers, to remind you to get back on task and to stick to that. Because if you don't stick to that schedule, then you're not productive throughout the day. You're not productive throughout your time blocks. And then by the end of the day, you're backed up. You didn't get done what you wanted. And then you're working through the dinner and through the evening and not having those family times that you were hoping to have. So anyway, I hope this was some good tips for you on how to effectively create more time in your life for your business and your family. As always, don't wait for it to happen. Go out and make it a great day.